What is going on? That was a lame intro. So basically, some of you might know that I'm a bit of a massive nerd. By the way, I wanted to sit back from the microphone because I'm going to be moving about a bit, so I'm using my Blue Yeti for this video. Sorry if the quality is not as good as it is with my normal microphone. But I thought I'd organise my Game Boy game collection. And I thought, actually, this might make for some good content, you know? I like money, after all. Let's make a little YouTube video. No, jokes aside, I mean, these videos on this channel, they're not that. This is a very small channel. Anyway, that aside, I thought I'd sort of go through my collection with you guys. We could talk about it. Maybe this is like a shared interest people have. And yeah, so I kind of, this is like organisation project. Get the tripod set down like there. Maybe it would be a good place for it. And we'll go through my consoles, my Game Boy, because this is a Game Boy Advance collection. So my first Game Boy Advance console is this. This is actually a GameCube, but with a Game Boy player on the bottom, with Shrek Super Slam inside it. This is a good start. This is just a free game I got with an AGS 101 console I bought, and I thought it'd just be a good. It's basically a good dust cover for the Game Boy player. That's why I keep it in there. I don't think I've ever actually played Shrek Super Slam. What's in the GameCube? Oh, look at that! Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. GameCube edition, the superior edition, everyone knows. Anyway, I thought I'd just keep that aside. That bit doesn't really need organising because that just lives under my TV. Let's get to the consoles themselves first of all, then we'll get to the games. I thought I'd go show you my DS stuff as well. So, it's my... I didn't expect to see this here. I didn't even know this was in here. This was my first ever smartphone. A Samsung Galaxy Alpha? I think it was terrible. It was like meant to imitate the iPhone 4 or whatever. I think it was the iPhone 4 when this came out. Awful phone. Terrible. This is my DS collection. So my original DS, I had my first DS console, is a Lite. It's long gone. It's broken. I don't know where it is now. It's probably in landfill somewhere. I've got my DSi here. I bought this in like 2014. I just kind of wanted to have a nice normal DSi. What game's in it at the moment? Sonic Rush. What a game. What can I say? I've got great taste. This is my normal DSi. I got this to reward myself after completing my GCSE examinations. I think it was about 250 quid at the time with some games included. DSi XL. Loved this thing. I've put hundreds of hours into this. That's my main DS console now. I like the little one though. I think I bought that just for sort of travelling. Anyway, that was my DSs there. I also have a 3DS. This is my main DS now. Let's whack this open. Bought this maybe 2016, I think. Look at that. Has it got battery? My DSi didn't. Oh, yep, this has got battery. Wait for it. I haven't powered it on for a while. I think the last time I played was... me and Beth have both got DSs. We've been playing like some Pokemon side by side. I've been playing the... Oh no, it's Animal Crossing there at the moment. I've been playing the red version, she's been playing the blue version. No, actually, vice versa. I've been playing the blue version, she's been playing red. I think. Don't know. That's my 3DS with some games in there. Let's see, we've got, Mario 3D Land, Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Yep, that's my one there. And let's see what we've got inside this mesh. Star Fox 64 3D and Metroid Samus Returns, which I never finished. I think I sort of hit a wall where I didn't really know where to go, and just sort of stopped playing it, I guess. Sad times. Right, now let's get to the actual reason I did this video in the first place, which is where I wanted to organise my Game Boy Advance collection. Game Boy Advance, I've always got a bit of a nostalgic soft spot for that console, and I've always prided myself on my Game Boy Advance game collection. I thought I'd show you guys my Game Boy Advance collection, and you know, if that would be interesting. I'm guessing people here are like gamers, aren't they? So let's go through the consoles. Oh, there's one more DS I didn't talk about, and it was this one. I know it's not got battery, but this is like a DS that I built, and there's a video. Maybe I'll be able to find it if I've still got the video file somewhere. It'll be on screen. Basically, I bought I just did this to see if I could do it. So I bought a busted up DS Lite on eBay for, I don't know, maybe like 10 quid, something like that. And then I bought a shell for it and basically replaced the shell. And yeah, it works. It's not quite as premium feeling as like a proper DS, like the buttons are a bit more plasticky, but it was a nice experiment. It cost basically nothing, and it was just a fun little DIY project. So that was kind of a fun thing. If you've got a weekend free, you could always buy like a busted DSi or a DS Lite on eBay. I'm sure there's still loads of options. You can buy a replacement shell, have a little tinker with it. fun thing to do. Anyway, that's the DS is out of the way. So let's get to the Game Boys. Well, I'll put all these boxes to one here. So, let's move that disgusting mat. Okay, so I have a few Game Boys in my collection. We have this one. This is the OG. This was my first ever like personal Game Boy. I must have been, gosh, maybe 8 or 9 or 10. I was very young. I was very young when I got this console. It was my first ever console that I owned. And look, red battery. This is a testament. It's been how many years since I turned this thing on? It's still got battery. That's amazing. Yeah, I played this loads. It's completely banged up now, but I'm the only owner of this console. It's been with me everywhere. Took it to the United States with me on my first visit to America in 2009. I was still playing it in 2009. I love this thing so much. Yeah, loads of memories associated with that. This is my newest Game Boy. Actually, it's not, but this is a fairly new Game Boy regardless. This is an AGS 101. So the original Game Boy, like the original OG one, which I don't own one. Actually, I do. It's this Game Boy. The OG Game Boy didn't have a lit LCD. So basically, you needed a light to actually, like, you couldn't see anything unless you literally had like a light shining at it. It was horrible. You couldn't use it outside really. It was terrible. So it had nice graphics for the time. It was basically an SNES, but you couldn't see those graphics. It was rubbish. Then they brought out the Gameboy Mouse Sp, which is great. Like, you could still turn it to like the that's what the screen looked like on the original DS, but this has a backlight, so you can actually see it. So it's great. But then they made the now super rare and sought after AGS 101 model. You can see it says, don't know if the camera can really focus on that. It's only a GoPro. But yeah, super sought after AGS 101. So this is the AGS 001. Again, I don't know if you can really see it, but it says AGS 001 there. And wow, I need to cut my fingernails. And AGS 101 there. So you know, and I like this one because this isn't like a re-skinned one. Like usually the AGS 101s you can buy these days are refurbished ones with new cases. This is all original. So yeah, like this one. Haven't really used it that much because I'm a bit scared of it. And I like this one more. So this is a pretty popular mod these days. This is a normal Game Boy Advance, which everyone generally agrees has nicer ergonomics than the SP line. But if I turn it on, you can see it's got a bright screen. So this is a front lit LCD. That's a backlit LCD. So this is what a normal LCD screen is. This is like got the light on the front, which is like you don't get that these days anymore. Now it's always backlit, and this is a backlit one here. So this is effectively a mod you can do. You can stick an LCD screen from this Game Boy into this Game Boy. So you've got the best of both worlds really. And it's got a headphone jack. This doesn't have a headphone jack. They beat Apple to the punch, did Nintendo. This has got a headphone jack, so it's got better ergonomics. It's got the nice screen, feels a bit nicer, and it's got a headphone jack. The only downside really is that it uses, normal stinky batteries. It's nice to have the inbuilt one. I know you can get mod kits. I should probably buy like a battery kit for this. I think by some weird coincidence, the Nintendo Wii Remote batteries, like the rechargeable Wii Remote packs you can get, perfectly fit these Game Boys. So there's something I might be adding to the collection in the future. And finally, my other Game Boy console, which I love, let's get it out, is the Game Boy Micro. I love this thing. Again, if I had to say like how many hours I put into things, this is like the one I put the most hours in by far. But then it's definitely this one. I bought this when I was like 14. I just decided like I really want to get back into Game Boy games. And I remember when I remember seeing this advertised at the time when I was like maybe like 11 years old. I was like, whoa, that looks kind of weird, but also kind of cool. I really want to try it. And then it suddenly just popped into my head one day. I was like, oh yeah, that existed. I'm going to try and get one. So I got one. And now they're quite rare. So that's, I think this bombed. At one point you can get them for like 20 quid in the shops. And then they suddenly became collector's items because there aren't many in circulation now. So that's my squadron of Game Boy consoles there. And then obviously you've seen my DS collection. The custom DS Lite could also play Game Boy games. So there's the consoles there. Now we're going to get to the long bit of the video. I have no idea how long this is going to take. Basically, I want to get all my games out. I'm chucking things on the floor. And then we can just organise. There aren't really in any sort of order. So let's just whack them all out. And yeah, we'll go through them. I'll give my thoughts on some of them. And yeah, I love these boxes, by the way. They are made by... They're called Really Useful Boxes. I don't know if that's just a UK thing. I got them on Amazon. This is a 1.7 litre. And it's a US patent. So I'm guessing you guys can buy this in the United States. And it's got an EU thing on it as well. So they're probably widely available. I got some silica things, like silica packs in them as well, just to sort of make sure there's no moisture inside. But these are great. They like perfectly, I don't know if you can really see that, but they perfectly fit Game Boy games there. So they're great. Okay, let's just get all of these out, because I kind of want there to be some order in the chaos. I don't know how I'm going to organize it yet. I think I'm going to do it in terms of like, not alphabetical or anything, but just in terms of like how I personally rank the games, because some of these games are absolute stinkers. I bought them when I was like a child with no perception of quality, and so maybe I'll have like a box of like the A, like a tier list basically. So let's go through them. So this, we'll start with V-Rat. I mean, what should I do? Let's move these before I knock this over. Put them over there. And what I'll do is I'll try and make as much space as possible on this desk. I haven't really thought this through. Let's move this keyboard out of the way. I'll try and rank them. So here is like the best, here is the worst, and this system will probably change throughout the course of the video, but we'll see how far we can make it last. Probably should have dusted this desk actually. Right, so V-Rally 3. It's a pretty meh game as far as games go. The reason I bought it and the reason why I really like this game is because the graphics, I think, are probably the best graphics I've ever seen on the Game Boy Advance. Like, it is crazy how good V-Rally 3 graphics look. Yeah, that's why I bought it, just to kind of showcase the graphical game. I'm not going to do this for every game, right? Because this video is going to go on way too long. But I'll just show you guys. Oh, not registering the cartridge. Nope. See if doing the old blowing in the cartridge trick works. Oh, nearly works. I think these things just haven't been used in so long, it's not really working. Did that work? Doesn't look like it worked very well. Don't know, I'm using like literally the smallest Game Boy in my collection. There we are. It worked there. Don't know why that wasn't accepting the cartridge too well. But let's just load this up. Already got that nice, cool 3D Atari logo there. This is also a bad choice to use because it's got like a double screen. Like, there's a faceplate here that you can take off and put different colours on, which is a nice idea. But because no one bought the Game Boy Micro, there's no faceplates available. Let's just see if we can get to a race. Yep, start. Let's start. Here we go. That was a real fast, wasn't it? Here we go. Oh, there's my face. How cool are those graphics? I'm like trying to like... It's really focusing. Like, okay, yeah, they're terrible graphics, but like by today's standards. But for the Game Boy Advance, this is pretty amazing. Like, true 3D on the Game Boy Advance, it didn't really exist per se. Like, there were a couple of games, but not really. But this is one of the games. I think this is probably the best graphics I've ever seen on a Game Boy Advance. And that's like a thing, isn't it? Like, racing games just always seem to have slightly better graphics than other games. Anyway, yeah, so V-Rally 3, it's a nice little, I don't know, almost like a tech demo, like show people, like, hey, did you know the Game Boy Advance could do this? How does it go into this box again? But beyond that, I haven't really played it that much. I kind of did a few campaign missions, played a lot of the campaign actually, but I'm probably not going to play it again, ever. So, I don't know, put that sort of middle, maybe V-Rally 3. There we are. It's going to be nice, just for this video, so I can get a picture of them all out as well. We'll take them all out of the cases so you can see them all. Okay, next up, Pokemon. I think we'll get both of these together, right? We've got Pokemon Ruby. Oh my gosh. Why is it so difficult? Maybe I won't take them out of the boxes then, if it's such a pain to get them out. There we are. So Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Ruby. To be honest, I've like tried to get into Pokemon so much. I own so many Pokemon games. I own the aforementioned 3DS games. I've got Pokemon Colosseum on the GameCube. I've got these Pokemon games, and I've got some other Pokemon game somewhere. Pokemon Platinum, I think, which is the one I've played the most, actually. I could just never get into it. So I kind of bought this one years ago, and this one more recently at great extortionate expense. Game Boy games are crazy expensive, some of them. Just thought maybe I can, like, I've got a few Game Boy consoles. Me and Beth could do some Pokemon nights again. I play this one, she plays that one, or vice versa. Couldn't get Leaf Green. I ain't made of money, guys. But yeah, I don't know. Pokemon, it's never really resonant. I guess I didn't play it when I was really young, so I ain't really got much to say about Pokemon, to be honest. Oh, this is one of the games I wanted to talk about in organisation, so this can go in a group of its own. This is a Nez Classics. So before Switch Online and all that, Nintendo made these, the Nez Classic series, so NES games for the Game Boy Advance, and this is Xevious. I actually bought this one brand new in like 2010. I was about to say, really recently, bought it brand new, which is crazy for a Game Boy Advance game. Actually, that was a long time ago now. But regardless, I bought this one brand new. My mum threw away the box, so now I don't have that. So it's here. So this is one of the NES Classics I've got. I've got a few of them, actually. Let's see what else I've got. Super Mario Ball. This game is terrible. I mean, I put a weird amount of time into it, considering that I don't really have that fond of a memory of it. It's basically, what if we made Super Mario, but it was a pinball game? And that's it. It's about what you'd expect. It's very frustrating. And if you turn the power off, I don't know if this is just a glitch that I had with my game or whatever, but if you turn the power off on when you're playing the game, it will erase your save file. If you forget to save and quit, if you just turn, I'm sure that was it. It had some weird thing like that where I'd always lose my progress because I'd just forget about that sort of thing. So it was I had fun playing it in the bursts I played it in, but I don't really have that fond of a memory looking back at it. Okay, what's next? We have Gunstar Future Heroes. This is one of those games where like I hear so much hype around, like Gunstar, so I'm like, I should probably try that out. And it was fine, but that's it. I've got nothing else to say about it. It was fine. Probably put it in the mid-tier. I just didn't... There's another game in this pile, which all I could think of was, wow, this game is way better than that. And we'll get to that. Let's do that now. This game is probably one of my favourite games of all time. It had no right to be as good as it was, and very few people have even heard of this game's existence, and it's this, Astro Boy Omega Factor. This game is so good. It's such a good game. And again, this is one of the games, I kind of went through a few phases of Game Boy in my life. Obviously, when I first got a Game Boy Advance, I had a big burst there. And then when I was like sort of 14, 15, I had another sort of burst of getting into it again. This is one of the games I bought then, so it was not even like a super young childhood nostalgia thing. I'm just going to turn the gain down on this microphone. Yeah, it's just a really good game. I highly recommend you emulate this. If you can find a physical copy and you've got a Game Boy, then that's even better. But this is so good. Had no right to be as good as it was. Definitely top tier, that game. Also in the top tier, one of my favourite franchises that Nintendo has abandoned completely is F-Zero GP Legend. I think either there's an anime based on this or this is based on the anime, and I think it's that this is based on the anime. I just love F-Zero. It's just a racing game. You fly in like flying cars. There's not much else to say about it. I like it much more than Mario Kart because there's no weapons. You can attack other racers, but it's far more skill-based, not just like complete luck. And there's no blue shell. And again, really good game. Love it. Definitely A tier. What else we got in here? Ice Age 2. I believe this is my sister's game. I think she had... I think what happened... That was it. So when I got my... Oh my goodness, I can't get this box open. So brief childhood thing now. My sister Anna, she's 1 year, about a year and a half younger than me. When I got my DS Lite for the first time, I said, haha, I don't need my Game Boy anymore. Anna, you could have my Game Boy. And Anna then bought a few games for herself. She has terrible taste. Don't tell her that. She bought Ice Age 2. She really liked Ice Age 2. And now then she discarded the Game Boy. And I'm like, can I just have that back? And she was like, yeah, sure, here are the games. So I have this. I tried it. It's a movie tie-in game from the 2000s. It's, yeah. Okay, this game I've never played, actually. This is one of the games I'm like, this is why I wanted to organise my game collection. Because I was like, I've completely forgotten I even owned this game. This one I bought an AGS 101. Not the one I showed you. I bought a chewed up AGS 101 when I was a student. The AGS 101s are like fickle because everyone loves them, but there are only a few different designs with the AGS 101, and one of these designs was a pink one. So people bought the pink AGS 101 thinking, I want a pink Game Boy, and that's the girly colour, right? You know, sorry to be if that's sexist or whatever, but it's the girly colour. It's not really as sought after as like the, I don't know, the tribal silver or just the silver or the black kind I have. So the pink ones are actually much cheaper, and usually you can find them on eBay just listed as pink Game Boy Advance, and you can find, if you can see the label in the eBay listing, sometimes it says AGS 101, and the seller just has no idea what it is they've got, like what a gold mine they're sitting on. Like these, 20 quid maybe on eBay, these excess of £100. Like there's a huge difference between the value of these two. It's been a few years since I went shopping for Game Boy Advances, so this might be inaccurate information now. But if the seller did not know that they had one of the rare AGS 101s, usually it was the pink ones because it was just like someone else was selling on someone's behalf, you can get them really cheap, and then you can buy a replacement shell kit to basically take the old chewed up pink skin off, put a nice new shell over it. And that's what I tried to do, but I failed and I broke the ribbon cable and it was a disaster. I just had to bin it basically. But that AGS 101 came with Shrek Super Slam, which is the one I showed you earlier, and it came with Spider-Man. So I don't know, we'll have to put that in I'll put it up here because this is like the games I'll probably revisit the most. I'll put it in here. Could be bad, could be rubbish. Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace. You guys leave a comment below if it's a decent game or not. What else we got? Tekken. Again, this came with that AGS 101 I bought. So I've never played this game. I know of Tekken. I played it on PlayStation 1 and I played the 3DS demo because it's one of the 3DS launch titles, wasn't it? I played it in like a shop, like on one of the demo consoles. I've never really been a fan of Tekken. I've got that fighting game on GameCube. What's it called? The one where you play, where like Link's in it on the GameCube edition. Soul Calibur? No. I don't know. Some of I'll remember and I'll forget about it. So this is like whatever. Maybe like here. I don't have any real connection to Tekken. Let's get a little trilogy going now. Speed the video up because where are we now? 25 minutes in. Where is the final? Oh, here we go. Here's another one of those Nez Classics. Legend of Zelda, the OG. Put that there. I've got one more Nez Classics, and I think it's downstairs actually. I forgot to bring that one up. Whatever. Right, let's get the little trilogy on the go. Sonic Advance 2, top tier. Let's just get this open. There must be a knack. Why are some of them so much harder to other than others? Sonic Advance 2, Sonic Advance 3. Oh, and Sonic Advance was inside one of the consoles, isn't it? There it is, Sonic Advance 1. So yeah, great trilogy. I think if I had to pick a favourite, it ain't that. Probably this one. Sonic Advance 3, just because I've got the most nostalgic connection. So when I bought my original, for my birthday or Christmas or whenever, I think it was my birthday, when I got given this, I wanted the new Sonic Advance that had just come out at the time. So I got this with this game. So this is probably the game I played the absolute most of any of my my Game Boy games. So I've got the most nostalgic connection to that. I think on reflection, this is probably objectively a little bit better. And I just haven't played this one as much. It's kind of weird. I've played the trilogy backwards almost. So yeah, I think my heart says this, my brain says this, but maybe this. Whatever. Gosh, it's really hot under these bright studio lights, guys. Okay, next up, what have we got? We've got, let's just go through all the rubbish ones. So, Fight Box. This was like a TV show in like the 2000s with terrible CGI. It was like WWE, but with like, it was a BBC show, and it was like CGI, but it was, I don't really remember. I remember watching it. And then my parents bought me the game to go with. They bought me 3 games with that with the console. They got me Sonic, Fight Box, and then this one, which was based on another BBC TV show actually. So they were just going off the brand recognition. But yeah, Robot Wars. Robot Wars Extreme Destruction is a great game. Love it. You just build robots and make them fight. This is like that. This is the same but worse. And this can go like here. I mean, the Sonics can go on the A tier, right? But I've played these so much that like I feel like they should have like this is all the golden tier, but these are the ones I'm more likely to visit because I've just played these ones so much. Okay, so we'll leave this one like there. This is one I got really cheap. I just saw it in a charity shop and I saw it had local multiplayer. So when you go to school, where's my game? I'll use the bigger Game Boy for a demonstration. But basically, local multiplayer on Game Boys was like really annoying because you needed like a link cable. Basically, obviously, this is before the days of like Bluetooth and infrared and all that, in the mainstream at least. So the local multiplayer for this one, you can actually play Pong, which is like an old for you guys, my audience, you've probably not heard of Pong. One of the very first video games ever, and it's got local multiplayer. So like one player uses A and B to move their paddle. Can you see that? They use A and B to move their paddle. And oh, there's my face. And then the other player uses up and down. So you can kind of have like a little match. So this is kind of a fun little local multiplayer game. And that's basically why I bought it. So Swaroop, if you're watching this, you sat next to me in class. We played that. I put that in the retro game ports. Tom and Jerry. I feel like that could be fun. It could be terrible. Who knows? Oh, these boxes. Why are they so hard to open? I'm tempted to just leave the games all loose. This one is actually stuck. This one is not opening. What? Why doesn't it open? There we are. Tom and Jerry Tales with like weird warped sticker. This is one of the ones I got free with that AGS. I've never even played it. I just have no interest. But basically, oh, God tier. Here we go. It's Legend of Zelda. Beth bought me this game. Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, 4 Swords. But it's Link to the Past. What else can I say? Don't need to say anything more about that. Link Between Worlds is better. Don't at me. But Link to the Past, come on. Okay, what have we got here? Simpsons Road Rage. I bought this. This was like when 3D on a handheld game was a real novelty. Like obviously now, you know, I could play Grand Theft Auto on my phone. But back then, like 3D on handheld was like amazing. And Simpsons Road Rage, a bit like V-Rally 3, but before I knew what V-Rally was, Simpsons Road Rage was a 3D game. It's like super janky. Simpsons Road Rage was like the precursor to Simpsons Hit and Run. It was basically a Crazy Taxi clone. And I remember like being insight now into how old I am, guys. What an ancient person I am. These graphics were like mind-blowing to me when I was a wee whippersnapper. So you guys with your Fortnites and your mince rafts, who got that reference, eh? This is what we grew up with, us boomers. Let's go to Evergreen Terrace. Look at this. Look at this magnifique. This magnifique. So basically we're going to pick up Mrs. Krabappel and we're going to take her to her destination. And yeah, it doesn't have the same graphical fidelity as the Xbox and PlayStation 2. And I think it was on GameCube as well. Don't think it was on PC. PCs at the time were generally terrible. As in, like, good PCs were very expensive. And PC gaming was still like I feel like it was a niche and nerdier thing. I'm now going to get cancelled. As a predominantly PC gaming channel, it's good to have such opinions, but whatever. It's fine. I'll put it there. I had fun. I might play it again. That's Simpsons Road Rage. What have we got here? Pac-Man Collection. What a game. It's just Pac-Man. It's a collection of like the NES game, the SNES. Which one was it? One of them is like so good. So the Pac-Man I grew up with was the Sega Genesis one, or the Mega Drive one if you're not American. And I grew up there, so I bought this cartridge just so I could play that again, but like portable. Because this is before phone games were really good. When phone games were terrible, you still had like a little console. That's one of the reasons I bought the Game Boy Micro, because I can slip that in my pocket far more easily than a. Yeah, this was it. I've just this Pac-Man. I don't know which I've quit. Hang on. Pac-Man Arrangement. No, I don't want that one. Or maybe it is. Yeah, no, it's Pac-Man Arrangement. I've no idea what console this was on originally, but it's so much fun. There's like big boss levels. It's a really good Pac-Man game. Maybe it was SNES. It feels like it could have been an SNES game. It feels like the graphics are too good for NES. Maybe it's Genesis, but Genesis was like, Pac-Man, Pac-Lan. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called. But that was a great Pac-Man game. Okay, this was another one that my sister bought. She's got terrible taste. Dogs with a Z because it's edgy. I think I played it like a tiny bit whilst babysitting my younger sister when she was like 5. I said, let's play Dogs together. Oh, it's just awful. Right, what do we got here? F-Zero Maximum Velocity. This has been like a bit of a white whale for me. I really wanted to get this game, but I could never find it at a reasonable price. This is when I was like a student, didn't have that much money, so like it was a lot to spend more than like £5 on a game. But I bought this, like, I'm finally gonna get this game. It wasn't like, this was far more ubiquitous than this. But I think it's generally considered that this is better than. I need to get around to playing this, basically. This is why I'm organising my collection, because I just forget I own these games. Castlevania. Da-da-da-da-da. It's it doesn't say. I think it's Symphony of. Let's try another Game Boy. Oh, what's in here? Oh, Advance Wars. Great game, Advance Wars. I got stuck and then stopped, and that was like 10 years ago now. But it was a good game. So, wartime turn-based strategy game. I haven't got much more to say about it really, other than that. Well, these consoles are not wanting to accept these old cartridges, eh? Guys, can you give it a little blow? I know you're not supposed to blow into the cartridge, but I mean, it just works. Except when it doesn't. There we are. What am I even trying? Oh yeah, I was looking at the name of this Castlevania. Oh, it's just Castlevania. Yeah, I got to the crossroads, and I think I just got stuck or something. Oh, there's my face again. But it's a good game. Oh, there's my face again. Oh, the music's so good. You guys hear that? Dun, dun, la, la, dun, la, la. What a game. What a soundtrack. Back when Konami wasn't terrible. I'll put that in the top tier. Great game. Alright, what else have we got? Oh! The Sum of All Fears. This is like another 2000s movie game. I bought this because it was £1, so I felt like I had nothing to lose whatsoever. And I remember it being the most boring game I've ever played. It's like a top-down shooter, but obviously it's a 2000s movie tie-in game. So, name a more iconic duo. Can I skip past all of this? Well, I've got to the FBI. Oh, I've got there, sure. See, players like some SWAT team. Open door. How do I open the door? Oh, there we are. Let's turn the volume up, don't I? How is this for riveting sound design? It's basically like, what if Hotline Miami was really boring and terrible? How do I open the door? You know what? I don't even care. That's probably the last time I'm ever going to play that game. We'll put it here. Maybe it's good. Maybe I've like shouted. I need to give it a chance. Oh, what a game. So this is Super Mario Brothers 3, which is generally considered one of the best Mario games of all time, if not the. This is like the Mario version of Zelda Link to the Past, basically. And why are some of these boxes just not opening? There we are. Yeah, I don't think this needs any more of an introduction, really. It's generally considered one of the best, if not the best, Mario game. I got to the water level, and then just I got stuck, and and then some other stuff was happening in my life, and I ended up getting distracted, and then I couldn't be bothered to get back into this game. Really good game. Me and 2D Mario, I've never quite... It's a bit like Pokemon, really. I appreciate its goodness. I've always just been Sonic. You know, for me, I grew up with Sonic. I've preferred Sonic, but this definitely deserves this tier because it is really good. Need for Speed Underground 2. Or is it just Underground? Yep, Need for Speed Underground 1. Needs no introduction, really. It's very janky, the Game Boy version. The graphics kind of suck. I ain't going to play it again. It's like, I bought it just because I wanted to see what it looked like. Basically, it was like, again, dirt cheap. Robotech, the Macross Saga. Top, beautiful, amazing game. Advance was here, actually. I'm probably going to Road Rage here as well. Yeah, it's just a really good game. It's a bit like Astro Boy in that it didn't really have any right to be as good as it was. And I think, objectively, it's not as good as I'm remembering it, but I just put so much time into this. I've beaten the campaign at least 20 times. I can name every level. I know I could still, to this day, play it by... I should probably do like a Game Boy Advance live stream. Like, I've got a capture card. I can just hook my GameCube up to my capture card or just emulate it and play some Game Boy games. Right, what else we got? We're getting close to the end, I think. We're getting there. See if we can get this video under an hour. Mario versus Donkey Kong. I keep meaning to get... It's just a game I wanted to just own because I loved the sequel on the DS. So I really want to see the roots. So I played it a tiny bit, but that's something I just want to play. So I'll put this in this tier. This is my frequently accessed column. Right, what else we got? This is Grand Theft Auto GBA. This is just something I just wanted in my collection, and also it just happened to come with this Game Boy, the AGS 101. It just came with, it wasn't even advertised as coming with Grand Theft Auto, it just came with it. So that was cool, I guess. Up, SimCity 2000. Love it. It's actually super duper janky on Game Boy, and I wouldn't recommend it on Game Boy, so yeah, it's a great game. It's just not very good on, you know, the Game Boy, which has like 2 buttons. Okay, Mario Kart Super Circuit. It's Mario Kart. It doesn't, for me, F-Zero is just way better because there's like way less. It's more skill based. Mario Kart's still good though. You know, it's a standard game. I feel like any Nintendo collection worth its salt needs to include the Mario Kart for that console, right? Okay, then we got Metroid Fusion. What else can I say? And I've also got Metroid Zero Mission. I feel like Metroid Fusion is definitely the better of the two. It's the one I've played far more of anyway. I kind of wanted Metroid Zero Mission just because it also has the original NES Metroid on it as well. Can you imagine that? It just came with a free NES game just built into the game. Back when Nintendo didn't, you know, charge stupid money for subscription models just to access games that they won't sell you, you know? Warioware. What a game. I love Warioware. If you've never played Warioware, I don't want to be like the one that's like advocating piracy, but just get an emulator. Just try. This is like so expensive. Warioware is like Pokemon. This was like 40 or 50 pounds to buy. I like owning the physical hardware, but I have absolutely no shame in completely endorsing getting those SD card adapters for Game Boys and stuff, because you can, like, leaf green Pokemon is like in excess of £100 in some places. It's been a while since I've shopped around, to be fair, but literally I'm a huge supporter of, like, if Nintendo won't sell it, then it's a victimless crime, isn't it? Then no one's losing any money. You don't get to have the nice physical hardware. I like just owning it. I can just look at it. Whoops, try not to drop it. So yeah, this is really good, WarioWare. They're like micro games. I don't know what else there is to say about it, really. Just a great game. Okay, what else have we got? Let's see. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. That needs no introduction. This is like one of the best games of all time. And it's great on the Game Boy Advance. It's exactly the same as the one you probably grew up with, which is statistically the N64 or PlayStation 2 version. It's exactly the same levels on Game Boy, but actually a little bit more satisfying. I actually own the remaster on PlayStation 4, and yeah, it's kind of cool because the levels are literally exactly the same, but it's this kind of cool sort of isometric view. The graphics are really good for a Game Boy game. I'm trying to get this in. Here we go. You can let like Spider-Man and stuff in, and it's got blood in this game as well, which is like quite extreme for a Nintendo game of the time. Here we go. Whoops, camera's sort of fallen off, and it's hard for me to control. But you can see how like it's the same level. This is the hangar. You can see, but you can see it's the same level. Just I have to sort of concentrate. It's hard to do it for the camera guy. I'm a bit camera shy, which is great considering I've built a YouTube channel of me playing games on camera. But yeah, not much else to say about that really. Another top tier game. I'm realizing the top tier game list is quite extensive, isn't it? Final Fight 1. This is basically a Streets of Rage clone, but I never played Streets of Rage, and I played a lot of this. This is good. It was fine. I would probably just play Streets of Rage. Now I own, a Mega Drive emulator thing legally, like on Steam and Switch and all that. So it was fine. I don't really have much to say about it. I don't remember much about it. And then another god tier Zelda Minish Cap. There's one other game in my collection which isn't here. I think it's downstairs. Is Xevious. Excite Bike. The NES Excite Bike, which is just an NES port. It's not aged well by like today's standards, but I still like it just because it's like, oh wow, look how far gaming has come, really. And that's my Game Boy Advance collection there. So if you want me to do some streams, I probably won't, to be honest. But those are my games. So if I had to put them in like order of like epicness, that's just an empty can down there. Let's see. Astro Boy, I think, is definitely after that. I want to try and have the collection organized. So the Sonics can just go on their own. They can go like here. I'm trying to think how they'll be arranged in the box. So I think games that I'd like to visit and play should be like in the leftmost tier of the box. So let's see. Probably want Astro Boy is just great. Maybe the Metroids. Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission. I'd like to play Maximum Velocity. And also maybe try Spider-Man out. And also, where is it? Mario versus Donkey Kong. I'm just going to sit back a little bit. And yeah, how many boxes do these things take? Actually, that would be a good thing to know, wouldn't it? So I have them like this. 1, 2, 3. I don't want to close them though because it's so hard to. We'll just wing it. We'll see. It's fine. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Castlevania probably. Zelda, Warioware, Mario. That can be the games I want to revisit soon. Then in the next tier, we've got the Sonics. They're all nicely grouped, which is nice in descending order as well. Maybe not Extreme Trucking, but probably Robotech and GTA, I'd say. And where is... There it is. Pac-Man Collection. Mario Kart. Robot Wars. Tony Hawk. Oh, I forgot about Zelda. I've played Minish Cap loads, to be fair. Let's put that alongside Link to the Past, just so for like organisation's sake. Oh, right. And I put Mario with the Mario versus Donkey Kong and Mario Kart. And Mario, where's the other Mario Ball, even though I don't. So actually, I could probably scoot all of these because they're like in an order, right? So I can find them. So I'll put them with the Sonics. Got the Sonics, got the Marios. I have no idea if I'm capturing the view very well here on this GoPro. There we are. And I'll switch these bad boys over. Put the Zeldas together. Maybe I'll have like Sonic, Mario, and Zelda just all together. Are there any other like sort of classic series that could go well here? I'll stick the Pokemons together as well. And then this is like the franchise, the big franchises. Or the Metroids are there, and I prefer Metroid. So let's put the Metroids there. No, but I want the Metroids there because I want to play those. So we'll put Wario with the Marios as well. Put it above Ball. Right, that's a good column there. Next column, we'll reserve a slot for. I'm just gonna go and get Excite Bike. Hello. Okay. Here we are. Where are they? Where are they? There it is. It's with my game. I've realised now the audio is just going to be the onboard microphone on the GoPro, right? Because my Yeti's upstairs. Here we are. My memory card collection. Action replay. Terribly sellotapes together. There is Excite Bike. You guys want to see? At some point, I could always do a GameCube collection. There's my Wombus. Thank you, Discord, for sending me that, because I'm a Discord partner. They just sent me that for free. That was quite nice of them. This is my GameCube collection. Another beloved collection. What else? Oh yeah, my Switch collection up here. Maybe there's like potential for like more. I just realised now this is like a super wide fisheye lens. Hopefully this wasn't too like of a bad choice. There's Beth's special Switch. She's got the Animal Crossing Switch. Could have showed my Switch, to be fair. I've got the Legend of Zelda Joy-Con one. So Excite Bike can go there. Shrek Super Slam. Stick that down there, along with Tom and Jerry and this. I think this, in this column, this could be like the tech demo. I'll probably put Gunstars there, actually. Pokemon, this game can be found really easily. Like, you can't really see any of these from the spines, but you can with these because of the colour. I mean, where can these go? These like deserve to be in the higher tiers. Again, I don't know how many Game Boy games can fit in the. And the thing is, I might just look at the. I might just ditch these boxes because I'm going to be putting silica gel in here. They should probably be fine in this box, shouldn't they? Let's see. I think that's probably a good layout. And we'll get a nice shot for my Instagram, which you're all following, right? If you're not, you're missing out on some top content. That be the collection there. Beautiful. Let's just start whacking stuff in, shall we? Move that out way. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's still in the angle of the GoPro as well. Shrek Super Slam, I'm just going to keep relegated to be a dust cover for the Game Boy player. Well, there we are. I mean, this is probably a fine way of storing the games, right? Like, this can't be... Is it bad for the games to be stored like this? I don't really know. It probably is, to be fair. And I've got all these boxes. So, I'm just going to do a quick... Okay, so, cool. That's... I've now organised it properly. So I haven't filled up these boxes to capacity, so you can still like flick through. I did briefly consider sticking a printout on like the top of the lids here, but in the end I decided it's easier just to flick through to see what there is. So this is all the good games. These are all the games. So good games. Most of them are good games. The meh games. This is like the stuff where I'm not going to ever really do it unless I want to specifically show someone something. So that's where V-Rally lives. Super Mario Ball, I relegated that from the beloved Nintendo games tier for obvious reasons. Final Fight, Tekken, Road Rage, SimCity, Need for Speed, Robot Wars, because it's great, but I'm never going to play it again. And the Pong Asteroids thing. Then Tom and Jerry, Summer Warfare's Ice Age 2, Fight Box. Shrek Super Slam is back in its rightful place, serving as a dust cover for the Game Boy player. And Dogs, I ran out of boxes, but it's Dogs. So that's just going to disappear into my drawer of oblivion, never to be seen ever again. And then I'll put the consoles back in like this. So that's turned off. Wow. And then that just fits in there. I know it's probably like a cardinal sin to like store things like this, but don't care. I'll have to get another silica gel I've got loads of silica gels. I've always saved them from my lateral flow test with COVID. They always came with silica gel packs. I kept them because it's quite useful to just have them around. So I'll definitely put some silica gel in this box. But for now, there's box 1 all done. Box number 2. Let's get a lid. It's all done as well. There. So now there's less boxes in total. Let's just open up my tripod once more. Is that working well? There's my Kerbills back there. Oh, and I think there's another box somewhere there. Oh, there's a silica gel in this one. There's 2 lots of silica gel. Greedy. There we are. There's silica gel in that box. Silica gel, for those who don't know, it basically just keeps moisture out of the air. So it's good for keeping electronics in silica gel boxes. That DS can go there. This Game Boy, I'm going to keep it in its neat little case actually, because I like this case it came with. Well, I bought this case for it, but I'm going to keep it in a case. Whack that in like that. Maybe I want to go in like this instead. That's probably fine. And yeah, I thought I'd show you guys quickly this as well. To finish up the video, my DS games real quick. I'll give them a score out of 10 if I can do that. Let's see, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. I mean, this is like, I'm going to score this based on DS game scores. So a 10 out of 10 for DS might be like a 6 out of 10 in the grand scheme of purely DS games. Am I going to do it like that actually? No, because in that case, I don't think any of these games... Yeah, no, actually, let's just forget I said any of that. It's just going to be a scale of 1 to 10. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, 7.5. Good game. Metroid Prime Hunters, 4. It's decent, but the controls are... Pokemon Dash, it's fine. Very small in scope. 5 out of 10. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, I'd give that a good 7. That's a good game. Pokemon Platinum, 8 out of 10. Good game. Pokemon never really resonated that well with me. Zelda Phantom Hourglass, easy 8.5. It's got its flaws, I will admit that, but I just really liked Hourglass because I love Wind Waker, and this is basically a sequel to Wind Waker. It ain't as good as Wind Waker for what it's worth. Nintendogs, I haven't played that since I was a child, so I've only got to go on what my nostalgia is saying. My nostalgia is saying is 7.5. New Super Mario Brothers, 6 out of 10. Barely remember anything about that game. Scribblenauts, again, 7. Layton and the Lost Future. I don't think I've even ever played that one. I played Pandora's Box and another one. The one where there's a walking castle. Maybe it's that one. If that's the one I'm thinking of, that's an easy 8 out of 10. Love Professor Layton. Mario 64 DS. Iffy controls. It definitely loses some points there, so I'd say 7 out of 10. Trauma Center Under the Knife really made good use of the unique DS hardware. I'll give that 7.5. Zelda Spirit Tracks, 9.5. I love Zelda Spirit Tracks so much. It's got trains. Need I say more? Ninja Gaiden, amazing graphics for the DS platform. It's like the V-Rally of the DS platform, but like it's good. 7 out of 10. Sonic Classic Collection. The games themselves are easy 10s, but this is a really janky port, so it's got to be maybe an 8. Mario Kart DS, 7. Animal Crossing Wild World, 9.5. Amazing. One of the best Animal Crossings ever. New Leaf is the best, then New Horizons, then Wild World. Don't at me. I know people love the GameCube version. Very sorry, but I'm afraid I'm just objectively correct, so you just got to listen to me, I'm afraid. And that's it. That's my Game Boy collection, all kind of organised, and I get to show it to some people, which is always, fun. If you liked this sort of thing, maybe we'll do some more. I could do a bike check video. I've got my bike collection. Talk through that. Yeah. There's my sub counter, by the way. It didn't move from 484,000, by the way, since I started recording this. Come on, guys. Share this channel with your friends. Like and subscribe. As you can see, it's getting very late for me right now, so I should make some dinner. There is Dr. Robotnik. If you do not subscribe, Dr. Robotnik will jab you in the face with his beak nose. So there you are. And now he is looking at the list of names on screen. They're my patrons. Thank you, all of them. They're all great. Thank you. I'm going to end this video with my eyeball. This is my eyeball model. I'm an eye person in real life. This is the medial rectus muscle, the superior oblique, the superior rectus, the lateral rectus, the inferior rectus.